Hello YouTube, I'm Done It's Over here, and today we're going to be unboxing something that I haven't dabbled in, well, a real lot since 2007, and this will be Yu-Gi-Oh! And these are the 3 Speed Duel starter sets. Each of these deck boxes here on the sides have 3 of the Speed Duel format decks, and the one here in the center is the newest release, and it contains 2. The characters you see on the boxes here are the character decks that are contained in each of these box sets, and I'll be doing an unboxing. And I also have some booster packs here of the Speed Duel format stuff. That is, I believe, set 2 of currently 3 sets. So that'll be opened up after I do the decks here. Alright, so I'll set that off to the side. And we might as well start off with, the namesake of the show himself, Yugi. And this will feature Yugi's deck, Maximilian Pegasus, and Ishua, I think is her name. It actually says so right here on the back. Here's the deck lists and all that kind of stuff, so there's nothing that you're unexpected. So it's Ishitar. So these would also be packaged in 3s, as you can see, as the Millennium item users. Millennium Eye, Millennium, puzzle or necklace thing. And then she's got the actual Millennium necklace over there, and that's, like I said, Millennium Puzzle, Millennium Eye, Millennium Necklace. Alright, so we'll open this one up first, see what it contains, and move on to the other 3. Be real careful with these here deck boxes. Don't like to total them if that can be avoided at all. Just get a little bit of the cardboard there. Alright. These are all first edition stuff. That's always good for collectors. A lot of this set is reprints from what I've been told. So that's interesting in and of its own right. So this would be the little Yugi Speed Duel deck. The playmat, the variant cards, which we'll get to that in just a second. The playmat's pretty cool looking. And then 2 more actual mini decks. That is the contents of the box. I'll put that there. And there's the Ishua deck. I believe she uses Grave Keepers. And obviously Maximilian Pegasus and his Toons. We got Yugi and his Dark Magician. So these come with their own tidy little deck boxes. That's freaking neato. Too bad I'm going to be sleeving them, so they probably won't be able to fit back in these deck boxes. But still really cool of Konami to do something like that. Awesome. Alright, let's take a quick look at the mat. It should have images of all of them here. Quick start rules on the back, of course. Little checklist of all the products available, the Seto Kaiba, My Valentine, and all that. That's cool. And you'll see a card fight mat that I've been using, but well. Yeah. Speed Duel format is a half a game, essentially. Half the life points, half the field presence, half the hand size. This has got Blue Ice White Dragon on it, and Dark Magician, which are Kaiba and Yugi's thing, our signature creatures. So we'll put that off to the side there. Alright, now let's see how this unbox without damaging the packaging. Slide up. Alright, so guess they're done with the cellophane. That's pretty good. Alright, and look, the box will still be somewhat usable. Awesome. Put that off to the side. We'll go through the cards here. The Speed Duel format introduces kind of a interesting new mechanic with character-based skill cards. So you would bring a character-based skill card to the game, and that would be your skill you get to use for that game. And Yami Yugi here has got 3 of them. First one being Dark Power, which from the olden days is the Yomi field spell. Yami Yugi skill, All Fiend and Spellcaster boost. Destiny Draw, which will allow you to draw more cards. And Final Draw, again, another draw mechanic card for them. You get to pick one of these at the start of your duel, and you can activate it whenever the card text says that you can, so that's pretty cool. Alright, so those are Yumi's skill cards. Now the actual deck itself. You got Dark Magician, and you'll notice each of these cards here are tagged with the Speed Duel like insignia there. It's SS01. So that's a the set number and everything, and they also have a little, I'm not sure if we can get this to read on the camera or not, but see that? It says Speed Duel on them. Those are the only cards you can use in the Speed Duel format, are the ones that have that branding or that tag on them. It's kind of like a holographic, or like a matte style holographic thing. But anyway, we got Dark Magician, Feral Imp, Rogue Doll, 2 of that, Dark Magician Girl, Legion, the Fiend Jester, 2 copies, Stern Mystic, Double Costin, so that'll be what you use as a singular tribute for Dark Magician, Blue Dragon Summoner, 1000 Knives, Sage Stone, Dark Magic Attack, Ryoku, Tribute Doll, Wonder Wand, Light Force Sword, Magician's Circle, Magic Jammer, and 7 Tools of the Bandit. Real old school cards, harkens back to the beginning of the game, back in 2003, 2004, I guess. Basically my era. I played since the release of Legends of Blue Eyes, right on up to 2007, and whatever stuff was coming out, it was the GX era at that point. I think I got out right around the time we had the, like D Heroes or whatever officially releasing. And we'll open up Pegasus and see what kind of cool tunages he's got. Come on. There we go. There we go, Pegasus. Alright, still, deck list on the back, really cool little box. We got Speed Duel on there for the skill cards. It's a Toon World. Mind Scan, Millennium Eye. And look, another Rogue Doll. It's got your Toon Alligators ×2, Parrot Dragon, Dark Rabbit, Toon Masked Sorcerer. Toons were awesome back in the day. And I got 2 copies of that. Toon Mermaid. Oh, the all-powerful Toon Summon Skull. That's great. Relinquished. Oh, what a bad A monster. Black Illusion Ritual. Toon Table of Contents for searching. Oh, Toon Rollback allows it to attack twice. Alright, cool. Another copy, 2 copies of Toon World, otherwise the deck wouldn't be able to run. Copy of Yami. Sword of Deep Seated. Toon Defense. Jar of Greed, always a nifty little trap. Wild Tornado. Say focus, target 1 face-up card and spell and trap card. Destroy that face-up card. Then his controller can set 1 spell or trap from your hand. If the set card is destroyed and sent to the graveyard, target 1 face-up card on the field, destroy that target. So that's kind of cool. Weirdo little dust tornado. Alright. Those can be off to the side there. We'll do her deck and see what we can do. Getting that open nice. There we are. Right, she uses Grave Keepers. I'll put the deck box over there. Alright, so we've got this skill card. Grave Keepers Lot. The Millennium Necklace. And Grave Keepers were a cool little deck archetype. Early deck archetype. Took many sets to realize it. You know, fully get the deck running the way it's intended. Alright, so we got Gravekeeper's Curse, Spear Soldier ×2, Vassal, Chief, Cannon Holder, Gravekeeper's Assailant. Ah, yes, the Necro Valley stuff, that's right. Gravekeeper's Priestess, Recruiter, Shaman, Oracle, Cat of Ill Omen, Hidden Temples of Necro Valley, nice, Seebeck's Blessing. Alright, so this activate only if both a Gravekeeper monster and Necro Valley are on the field. Neither player can special summon monsters except Gravekeeper's monsters. If either a Gravekeeper's monster or Necro Valley is not on the field, destroy this card. Alright, so is there a Necro Valley? Let's see. It doesn't say that that card counted as Necro Valley. So that must be something in the skills, maybe. Well, I'm not entirely sure how that card will function if it says it needs both a Gravekeeper and a Necro Valley. So maybe there's a card effect that I'm not up to date on here. Oh, well. And we got Blast held by a tribute, Right of the Spirit, Eye of Truth. So that was the first 3-pack. Those are the Millennium users. Now we'll crack open the just plain old regular characters: Joey, Seta, Kaiba, and My Valentine. There's Kaiba's deck. Deck list right there. Got their mat. It's going to have a different design on it, but that's not really that important. Another package that would be the variant cards and super foily. Alright, put that deck box over there. And we got Joey Wheeler and My Valentine. She runs an Amazonian deck, and of course the Harpy Lady Sisters. And Joey is Red Eyes based. So seeing as I'm a Kaiba fan, we'll save his deck for last of this segment, and we'll open up Joey first. Real sweet looking little deck boxes, I gotta say. Won't do any good when the decks are sleeved up, but still really, really cool.
Give me one of the deck boxes.
Alright, so we have Joey's skill cards, Grit, Last Gamble, and Palomization. Oh, like Palomization, but it's polymerization. That's funny. Alright, so we have those. And of course, he's got to have his Red Eyes Black Dragon. Dude can't live without his Red Eyes. Meteor Dragon, Flame Manipulator, Masaki the Legendary Swordman, which is part of a fusion, Alligator Sword, Baby Dragon and Time Wizard, also part of a fusion, but I'm not sure if it's in this deck. Little Wingard, Copycat. I remember this thing way back in the day. This was a frickin' event promo. Hundreds of dollars, if I remember. Now it's a common today. Crazy. Alright, Gearfried the Iron Knight. There's your polymerizations. Stray Lamb, Legendary Sword. Warrior and Beast Warrior boost. Dice Foon. Oh. A bit risky, but pretty cool. That's kind of a new age mystical space typhoon for this set, I guess. Graceful Dice, Skull Dice, Kunai with Chain. Beautiful card back in the early goings. Red Eye Spirit. And here we go, some actual fusion material monsters, or fusion monsters with the materials in there. We got Flame Manipulator and Masaki the Legendary Swordman for the Flame Swordsman. Thousand Dragon, which is Baby Dragon and Time Wizard. And Alligator Sword Dragon, which is also a Baby Dragon fusion, and Alligator Sword. So that's really cool. This is the only deck that I'm aware of currently that has cards for the extra deck, which in Speed Duel format only allows you to have 5 extra deck. That's between these purple fusions and also synchros when they release. So that's really neat that this deck would include those sort of extras where the others haven't. Alright. As we know, Yugi uses a lot of fusions and all. Alright, let's see what My Valentine has. And I believe she's got a pseudo-fusion, but it's actually just a regular normal monster. Cool little deck box there. Alright, her abilities: Aroma, Strategy, Flight of the Harpies, and Tribal Synergy. We'll just slide those over. Got the kid in the background here sleeving them up for play. We plan to do a little mini tournament with all of the 8 decks that we'll have here. We'll just play them pre-con, as I don't have anything super good to mod them out with quite yet. We got Harpy Lady 1, 2, and 3. Way better than the original Harpies back in the day that were just plain regular. These actually have effects to them. So Harpy Lady 1, 2, and 3. Harpy Lady Sisters, which that's the kind of fusion I was talking about, but it can only be special summoned by a spell card. And now we go into the Amazonius. So Amazoness Chainmaster, Swordswoman, Sage, Birdface to allow you to add Harpy Ladies. So that's, wow, that is kind of OP. Everything here searches the Harpy Ladies and they go into that. Alright, Sonic Shooter, which is pretty cool little guy. Elegant Egotist ×2, like Joey had 2 of the fusions. She's got 2 Elegant Egotists to try to get out the 1 copy of the thing there. Triangle Ecstasy Spark, Cyber Shield, yeah, Harpy's Hunting Ground. That's something. Alright, Amazonian's Heirloom, Archers, Windstorm of Iquata. When you start to customize your own decks for Speed Duel format, at least currently out of the sets released, this is a 3 of as a trap card. It's the only thing you can do to legitimately stop your opponent's progression and beating you. So let's change all battle positions of all face-up monsters your opponent controls. So that really screws up their attacking. Shadow of Eyes, and another Wild Tornado. So that's pretty good. Alright, and now we'll go on to my man, Seto Kaiba. Big old blue eyes, white dragon. Awesome, awesome, awesome guy back in the day. Alright, cool little deck box. We've got Peak Performance. That's essentially Mountains, the field spell. Beat Down, which affects your level 5 or higher as they get stronger. Dragon Caller. I'll have to study that a little bit. Alright, so we got that. We got Blue Eyes, White Dragon. Now, interesting to note, this was the promo art. And again, when you pulled this out of a promo pack or whatever back in the early goings, very valuable Blue Eyes. Very well sought after. Now we get the image in just plain regular common form. I mean, that's good, but kind of aggravating, as I was a collector back in the day, and finding this particular variant art was way out of price. So, the heck with the Konami and doing that now. 2 Battle Ox, 2 Ryukushin Powered, Luster Dragon, the infamous Lord of D ×2, Twin-Headed Behemoth, Tyrant Dragon, scary, scary. Alright, Spirit Ryu, Kaiba Man, special summon 1 Blue Eyes from your hand, great. Flute of Summoning Dragons, Stamping Destruction, Cost Down. Oh, very tricky. This card was a super rare upon its original release. Big, big, big impact back then. Burst Stream of Destruction. Another Mountain as an actual field spell card instead of a skill. Interdimensional Matter Transporter. Risky, but it keeps you with your tribute fodder. Dragon Rebirth. And Trap Jammer. The only way to stop that Winds of Iquata currently in the game. Unless you want to risk your life points, which you only have 4,000 of in this particular version. So, 7 Tools of the Bandit's good universally. This is good at stopping specifically the one real big staple in the game. Alright, so that would be Seto Kaiba, ending the second thing like that. And now we've got the newest release, which is Rex Raptor, the dinosaur guy, and Weevil Underwood, the insect guy. Now, as you will notice, if you were taking count, Speed Duel format, you have between 20 and 30 card decks, plus a 5-card extra deck if you have it. The first 2 sets, the ones that are there, each are 20-card decks. These are 2 30-card decks. So, different composition for them. The playmat's going to be of that style, so I don't need to show that on camera directly. Even the box that it comes in is a little bit thicker, so we'll see what that means when we get to the inside. And this was just released the 1st of August, so it's a fairly new release. There are unboxings, of course, but, oh well. Yeah, as I feared. Goes back to the old plastic. We've got the game mat with the quick start rules on the other side, I'm sure. So we'll put that deck box up there. Now we're back to the cellophane. Although it looks cool, we just don't get the deck box, we just get this little Speed Deck cardboard card thing. Alright, so yay, plastic. Off to the side, and you know, we'll start with the bug guy. I really liked the bugs when they first came out. I thought that was really cool. Then somewhere after I got out of the game, like 2008, 2009 or something like that, I heard that some deck was taking the tournament scene called Insectors or something. I assume insect-based creatures based off the names, but I don't know. I didn't pay much attention to it at that point. Alright, so what exactly is this? This is just a little scanny card. Alright. So,
Maybe get the deck in game.
yeah, possibly for the dual links and all that. Real time, play as characters from the anime, collect cards, voice actors. Yeah. So no fancy deck box like the first 6. Just a little card thing, so gee, thanks Konami. Alright, Jar of Advice is one of the promos that are released with this, I guess. Fancy little foiling. Alright, so that'll go over there with the other ones. These guys only get 2 skill cards. The other ones are actually in the booster sets, I guess. So this is Hyper Metamorphosis and Hidden Parasite. And we've got a Perfectly Ultimate Great Moth. I made that a time or 2 back in my day. Really strong character, 3,500. Petite Moth, Big Insect, Basic Insect, Winged Cleaver, Kuromoto, Alien Insection. Now you'll notice these are a lot of normal monsters and super, super weak, right? Well, that's because they power up the other creatures in the deck, such as Insect Queen. You also have Man-Eater Bug, so I would have loved to see more copies of this in there. This should have definitely been a 2 of. One of the best cards currently in the game, Man-Eater Bug. Flip, destroy whatever you want. Pinch Hopper, Insect Princess, Gokapon ×2. B-List Soldier, Beatron, Laser Cannon Armor, Forest, Verdant Sanctuary, Insect Neglect, Wormbait, Enchanting Fitting Room. Pay 800 life points, excavate the top 4 cards of your deck, and special summon all excavated level 3 or lower normal monsters. Also after that, shuffle the rest into your deck. So that harkens back to all of these normal monsters that are level 3 or lower, with the exception of the big insect. But yeah, so that's what you're trying to hit with that, I guess. Dark Factory of Mass Production, same thing. Target 2 normal monsters, add them to your hand. Amulet of Ambition, White Elephant's Gift, and this is how you would get them in your graveyard. Send 1 face-up non-effect monster to the graveyard, draw 2 cards. Very, very good card in a lot of these speed format decks. This could be considered a staple if you've got the right protection. Eradicating Aerosol, Spider Eggs. Here you go, kid, Spider Eggs. Not a fan of spiders. All right. Corrosive Scales, Adhesive Trap Hole. This was a video game promo back in the day. Alright, Order to Smash. Alright, so that would be a 30-card deck for them. Interesting construction of it, honestly, but we'll see how well that plays out when we do our little tournament.
Video game?
Yeah, one of the first Game Boy Advance games, even. I did have all those video games, thus I did have the original Acid Trap Hole when it came out, with its all shiny, foily, gold patterned-y. Yeah, it was real cool looking back in the day. Oh, but that went with all the other stuff that's sold. Alright, so another card, same thing on the back here. Order to Charge, quick play spell. Target 1 non-token normal monster you control and tribute that normal monster. If you do, destroy 1 monster your opponent controls. Ooh, ouchie. Alright, so that was really cool, put that over there. Now Rex Raptor, we've got Dinosaur Kingdom. Nightmare Sonic Blast. So that'll be his thing there. Serpent Knight Dragon. Two-Headed King Rex. Arabi ×2. Crawling Dragon #2. Even though it says dragon, it's actually a dinosaur. Okay, sure. Tomatosaurus. Interesting. Anthrosaurus. Black Tyranno. Super Ancient Dino Beast. Mad Sword Beast, giving a little bit of piercing to the game. Giliosaurus, Gale Lizard, Dark, Diceratops, also Piercer. Hyper Hammerhead, Elementsaurus, Black Stego, Gentlemander. Alright, when your opponent monster declares an attack, you can special summon this card from your hand. Your opponent monsters cannot attack any monsters except this one. Okay, that's freaky looking, but sure. Raise Body Heat, Ultra Evolution Pill, Space-Time Transcendence, Cost Down, Summoner's Art, White Elephant's Gift, again, a lot of tribute fodder for that. Heat Wave, Card Advance ×2, Hunting Instinct, Reinforcements, Pharaoh's Treasure, and Limit Impulse. Alright, so that would be all of the decks opened. Now we'll go over the promos that we got. These two came out of the last one that we opened. Jar of Advice and Order to Charge. Champion's Vigilance. And that would be out of Kaiba, Joey, and Mai. So, Champion's Vigilance. Fusion Gate, awesome. Amazonian Village. Cool. Now the Millennium Users. See what goodies they had in theirs. Shard of Greed. Each time you draw cards for a normal draw in your draw phase, place one greed counter on this card. You can send this card with 2 or more greed counters to the graveyard to draw 2. Golden Apples. Awesome. When you take battle damage when you control no monsters, gain LP equal to the battle damage you took. If you do, special summon 1 Matthias token, or Malice token, there you go. Its effect and defense are equal to the amount of life points you gained with this card effect. Really, really, really cool. Another card that has argument to be considered a staple. And Mimic Cat, if you control Toon World and a Toon monster, target 1 card in your opponent's graveyard. If it's a monster, special summon it to the field. If it's a spell trap, set it to your field. You can only activate 1 Mimic Cat per turn. Well, only got 1, thus can only activate 1. But that would be all of the super shiny extras that came with these decks. We do have a blister of 3 booster packs for set 2, like I said. But we'll be opening that at a later date. So again, this is I'm Done It's Over, opening some Yu-Gi-Oh!, which is the first time I've done this on camera in a long, long, long time. Alright, have a good one, YouTube. IDIO, out.